All right, we're back. We're gonna make the pancake batter. Let's check on our strawberries here. Oh yeah, now they're getting nice and juicy. You can see they're macerating nicely. Let me see if I can get some juice and show you. So you can see now it's got some strawberry juice. Can you see that, Jacob?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so look at that nice juice. Oh yeah, these are gonna be good, guys. All right. So see, you can do these right before you do the rest of this. I kind of suggest doing it the night before. It's gives it a little bit more time to develop flavor, and you can put them in the refrigerator overnight. Okay, so now we're gonna make the batter. And what we got is, I'm gonna make a double batch. So it's about 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Jason, are you okay?
Yeah.
You look like you're having a spaz attack. Okay. So that's 480 grams of King Arthur flour anyway. And then I got about a half a cup of sugar. I've got a half a cup of butter. So these are my grandma's recipes from the South. So we like everything's got like butter in it, the whole stick. So we got half a cup of that. We got, I've got a super heaping teaspoon because I use, the salt that I use is and I got a super heapy teaspoon of kosher salt because kosher salt's not as salty as table salt. And so table salt, you use a teaspoon. If you're using kosher salt, it's probably about a teaspoon and a half. You're not gonna taste it, it's just gonna give you a nice profile. And then if you're using sea salt, that's really salty, so you're gonna use a little bit less. And then I got a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and I got 8 teaspoons, or let's see, I didn't do the conversion, so I think it's 3 teaspoons per tablespoon, and then 3 tablespoons for something. Anyway, I just did teaspoons. So I got 8 teaspoons of baking powder. That's what's gonna give it the lift. And then I've got 2 eggs. So what I like to do is, and then I've got 3.5 cups of milk. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get my liquid ready. So I have in my 4-cup container there, and I also have some vanilla I'm gonna put in it. So I like to get these kind of scrambled a little bit, and I like to put all my wet ingredients together. So I'm gonna put that in there and get that going. Put that off of there. And I'm one of those kind of nut jobs that I like to make sure I get everything out. Okay, so we got all of that out. And then I'm gonna put the vanilla in. Now I make my own vanilla. This is really good. You can put a couple teaspoons. It's called Joe Wyndham teaspoons. So I like I like a lot of vanilla. I really love the flavor of that, especially this homemade. I do a special bourbon vanilla, and so that's going to be another episode. But that's my mother jar that's been around for about 75 years, and I keep just making it on top of that. But we'll go over that in another video. And then I'm going to put the butter in here too.
So you've had that thing 10 years before you were born?
My mom did.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks for telling how old I am. I appreciate that. And then, so we've got that, and then I'm just gonna take my little small whisk and get it all together. And I like doing this because I just feel like you put them in individually in the flour mixture, sometimes you just get pockets and stuff, and so it's a little bit extra time, and but to me it's worth it. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside, and so I'm gonna get this in here. I'm gonna put the sugar in, spread that out, and then the salt, and then the baking powder. And you notice I have everything measured out before I start. It's called mise en place, and it's really important because, like, even as I was talking about, you saw how I forgot about this and that. It's easy to forget stuff if you don't have it all out ready to go. And It actually makes your job quicker and easier and more accurate. So now I'm gonna stir all the dry ingredients together with my whisk. Get those all nice and incorporated. A lot of times I'll just because I'm kind of a perfectionist, I'll put it through my don't put your face on stuff. My thingamabobber. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so this is all going to be good and mixed up. Then I'm going to kind of get a spot in the center for this as I'm pouring, and we're going to start pouring. In the middle, I'm going to get most of it in there, and then start mixing it up. And get it so everything's kind of getting wet. And pour it all in. If I need to fix anything that's too thick or too thin, I can fix that later on. After we get all this out of here. Get this kind of going. Yeah, no, this is another one of my favorite pieces. I've had this thing forever. So once you kind of get it all wet in there like this, get this cleaned off. All that out of there. Put that in there. And then I'm gonna do the final mixing with this spatula, so I can kind of see it and get it controlled. And don't worry, it's going to have lumps in it. Everybody knows about that, but so we're not going to worry about the lumps. And this is just when you mix it with the whisk. It's kind of quick and everything, but it really just beats up the gluten too much, and your pancakes will be tough. So I like to just finish it like I do my cookies, my batters, my cake batters, everything. I finish it with the spatula. And so we're gonna keep doing this till it gets the right consistency. And we're just kind of gonna fold it over till the lumps get broken up into a little bit smaller lumps. And then stop talking. You got that mouth. Just you got a voice box that never turns off. All right. So let's see here. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. So again, you don't mind the lumps like that. Some of it's gonna auto-release as this thing sits, because we're gonna let this sit while we heat up the griddle. And so this will looking pretty good. A couple of bigger lumps. You don't want any real big lumps, so we're kind of okay. That's about it right there. And what I like to do is I have my little dressing container, syrup container. You've seen these in restaurants and stuff. I still have some of these from my restaurant. And you can dip this out with a cup, a ladle, whatever you want to do. I kind of like this because I'm gonna be cooking on my griddle on the stove here. And so I'm gonna put some in there. Can you stop? Just got mouth going, motor mouth. Okay, so I'm gonna put mine in here and let it rest here. And so I'm just gonna put some in here. We'll get it in there. And this way I can pour it right onto the griddle like I want. And I'll put a little bit more. Now you wanna leave some room if you have one of these, because it will expand with the your leaveners in there. And I made a mess. I'm usually better than that, but I'm in a rush and I'm messing up because I'm on camera. So we're just gonna do that. We'll get this in here. This is gonna be ready to go. We're still gonna have some extras here, and we'll make those. And so what I do too is I make our big breakfast ones, and we have the strawberries and the whipped cream and everything on there. And then I'll make a bunch of like bread size, you know, so about the size of a piece of toast. And I'll make those and then put those in the freezer and get them cooled down. And then I can keep them in the refrigerator for a few days. And then I pop a couple in the toaster in the morning, and then the kids have breakfast before school. It's nice and easy. So we're gonna get all this ready. I'm gonna get my my griddle heated up, and we're gonna make some pancakes, and then with some strawberries on it, and we'll be back and show you what the finished product looks like. All right, see you in a bit.